Hey and welcome to another video on my channel. Today I'm going to talk about getting from bronze to silver, what I would recommend for each role, and how or what I think is the easiest way to climb in general in this game. Now, before getting into the video, like always, feel free to like or dislike the video, put in the comments what you think, subscribe if you enjoy my content, but yeah, let's just get into the video. Let's not waste too much time. Now, currently I'm silver 2, not too high, but for some reason it said like higher than 93% of the player base, which indicates that a lot of the player base is either in bronze or they just haven't unlocked rank yet since the game is new. But I've also seen a lot of people that actually struggle in bronze and they don't know what to do, just simply by playing with them and them questioning what the next step would be, or the next right step would be to actually win the game. Now, in order to climb in general, you just have to understand the basic game modes that you're playing. No, that sounds easier than you think it is for a lot of people. I saw in a lot of my games, especially in bronze, obviously, that people were like going crazy for kills, okay? Which, in some sense, obviously, killing people is your main goal, right? Now, in a lot of situations, though, you have to just relax a bit mid-game. Okay, that's the most important thing. What does that mean? Let me give you a scenario so you understand what I mean. Okay? Step 1, okay? The game has started, you're defending a certain spot, okay? At a certain point. You see some annoying DPS coming in, okay? Let's say it's Moon Knight, he's doing his thing, he's throwing his shit at you and at your mates, and you get him very low. He runs away. What happens most of the time is that he gets chased by a few people, a few DPS, maybe even a tank. And sometimes you get him, which is good. Most of the times, or like a lot of the times, he still survives. And what happened is he created an opening in the map. So, whatever he did there might have seemed like dumb to you, where like, why did you come into us and you risk dying for no reason seemingly, but the moment that he creates the opening for the rest of his mates to go in when there's less people defending the spot, that's the moment where his play was actually good and he did something. So what you have to learn to do, especially when defending, is try to get those picks of enemies that like try very bold plays, and if you don't get the chance to kill them, or if you don't, let's say your aim is bad and you get mad at yourself, you want to boost your ego, okay, it says the Hawkeye player either way, and you're like mad, shit, I could have killed him, he's 1 HP, if I follow him he's dead 100%. Don't follow blindly, okay? You gotta learn from that situation. Okay, he escaped, whatever, back on point, look left and right, any opening, any window, is anyone like, are people preparing to come into the point and get the point? You have to really defend it. It says so in the task of your game mode, right? But a lot of people don't actually do that. Their main goal is not defending, their main goal is getting kills. You always have to keep in mind, stay as close as possible to the point. Always check your mates, look behind, what's happening behind me, especially when you're playing tank. Or any DPS that goes like crazy. Some DPS are like fine, like Black Panther, whenever they're in the backline of the enemies, just like, you know, confusing them. That's sometimes alright. But most of the time, it's better to check for your mates. After every play, even mid-play, quick check, what's happening? Okay, nothing, they're all good, continue to play. You look back, oh shit, they're getting attacked by 2 DPS from the enemy team, while we're getting, you know, distracted from this Venom tank. Ignore the Venom, go back to your mates and help them. That's the best way to defend and to win games, okay? You need that awareness of whatever is happening behind you. That's the most important thing and the most crucial thing that stops you from grinding and, you know, winning games. Same thing for attacking, by the way. You want to go on point. You always gotta check your mates. Not so much when you're tanking, okay? Because your goal is still to do exactly what I mentioned in the beginning. Create that hole, create that distraction for your mates to rush in and get the point. Or get a few picks, and then that gives you more space because, as you know, in the beginning, the spawns are like made in a way that the attackers get to the point quicker than the defenders. So whenever you get a few kills as an attacker, it gives you more time, even if your mates die, to regroup and just get the first point. And from there, it changes, right? The dynamic changes. Sometimes defenders are closer, sometimes attackers are closer, but like I said, especially for defenders, make sure to always check on your mates, defend everyone as good as you can. Don't fall for those tricks where DPS try to distract you or tanks. And that's like the biggest thing that you really have to keep in mind. Now, for attacking, I mentioned it a bit as well, but it's not as important, obviously. Attackers, it's a bit different for healers, obviously, because healers have a different job there. But when you play DPS and you're like a melee DPS, it's great to go in the backline secretly, attack the healers from behind, distract them so they can't heal their tanks. Because like I said, the best thing to do is always check on your mates. A lot of times they don't check on their mates, and if you then distract the healers, perfect. That's exactly what you need to do as an attacker. Now, if you keep these two big rules in mind for attacking and defending, you already, like, I can tell you right now, you're already gonna grind a lot and win a lot of games. It is one of the most important things. Sometimes it's different whenever you're playing like Hawkeye or like a ranged DPS that doesn't really do good whenever you go into the backlines, just because you're squishy and you have high range damage. It's gonna be different. You have to try to snipe the backlines from all the way back, but that's like more specific to each character. I'm not gonna go into detail because otherwise this is gonna take ages. If I go over every single character and how like you grind and win with every single character, it's gonna take way too long. Maybe in a future video, but not right now. Overall though, for each role, I can give you like a tip or two that might help you. Obviously, as a tank, there's two types of tanks. Either the aggressive tanks that go for the backline and distract people, like most of the times Thor, Captain America, Venom. And then there's other types of tanks, Doctor Strange, Magneto, shit like that, where you like, or Groot, where you push with the team, defend your team, and stay as a unit. So whenever you play tank, be like aware of what tank you picked and what his playstyle is gonna have to be like for you to win. Like I said, if you play Captain America, go in the backline, distract them all, just create chaos. Same for Venom, same for Thor. Hulk, kind of mixture, right? But most of the time still offensive and aggressive. When you play Groot, Doctor Strange, Magneto, stay with your team, try to protect them as to the best of your ability. Still do as much damage as you can. Doctor Strange's ultimate has very low cooldown if you do it right, and it can destroy a whole team if used correctly. It can counter a lot of ults as well and stuff like that. So just be really aware of what kind of tank you're playing, and from there, the first hints I gave you for attacking and defending, do that. If you're defending and you have an aggressive tank, no problem. Wait for them to come in a bit. The more like scared DPS healers are going to be in the back. Even as a defender, if you're playing Venom, go into the back line, distract them all. Make them slow the attack down, you know? And if you're very good as Venom, just swing back right before you die and get your heals, and then do the same thing again and again and again. Obviously, it's more difficult. It's easier said than done. But once you understand the principle of what you're supposed to be doing, it's going to help you a lot. DPS, same thing. I mentioned it already. Melee DPS, go and create distraction, chaos. Range DPS, out of safety, stay close to your healers, very important. Most of the time, they're gonna save your ass. I have a few clips on my channel that show you like your healers can literally save the whole game if they're good. And just go for specific picks. If you have good aim, that's perfect. If not, practice a bit, and then that'll help a lot, trust me. If you kill the healers from afar, you already help the team so much. It's gonna create so many openings, you're gonna win a lot of games. Healers. It's not always the tanks that you have to heal, okay? Some DPS that might carry you, if you see they're crazy good, they get a lot of kills, they do good damage, you see it and you realize it, try to focus on them as well. If you heal those DPS, you will win more games than you realize. I know it's like very obvious to heal your tanks and focus on them whenever you're playing a healer. But most of the time, it's also DPS that you have to take care of. Some of them, anyways, not all of them. But that's like the biggest thing I can give the healers. Because I can tell you right now, a lot of games I would have lost in other teams. And one or two healers single-handedly carried the whole game. Just by the simple fact that I didn't die. No matter what the enemies tried, I couldn't die. It wasn't possible. The healers were so fucking good, it was not possible. And we just won those games because I got like a few quad kills. 6 Temple only got it as Scarlet Witch. I didn't get it as Hawkeye yet. But you know, you get those kills in and then you win, and you're like, I would have never gotten these kills if I didn't get the heals that I'm getting right now, or the damage boost or whatever the fuck. So yeah, overall, I hope these tips will help you to get to silver at least. All of these are applicable for gold and other ranks as well. It's just that obviously, since there's no placement games in this game, everyone starts at the same rank. So sometimes you might not understand what's going on, but most people just play by these ideas and these strategies. And once you understand them more and more, you'll also realize like, okay, they picked this and that melee, this and that tank. I know what they're gonna do. If I prepare a counter attack before they even start their attack themselves, we can counter them and destroy them at the same time, so they completely have to change their strategies and their tactics. And from there, it's mostly just improvisations and experience. But those are just my first few things I want to give you and let you know. Hope to help you win. Whenever I get to gold, I'll make another video, silver to gold. It's taking me a bit longer to get to gold. I don't know why. I'm kind of bad, to be honest, right now, but I am trying to improve. Either way, whenever I get to gold, I'll make another video. For now, hope this helped you. Hope you have a nice day. Let me know in the comments what you think. Like or dislike the video. If I missed something, or if you like this is something that you really had to mention, I'd love to read it. Like always, feel free to subscribe, and that's me for today. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.